Gregory.
That was.
Here we are. This is it. This is your dreams, maybe. This is your dreams. Maybe this isn't your... This is the worst. This could be what you want it to be. This is me. Solo ep. Greg Stone. In the house. By himself. Free content. Not for anybody else. Gonna do another episode this week. This is just out there. This is just... G-Man was high in his house. By himself. And he said, let's get on the airwaves. Let's take over the airwaves. What's going on? What's going on with you? How do I talk to you? Call in. What's the number? There is no number. Fantasize about what you want to say to me, and I'm going to try to, as a sexual man, as a master of sexuality, I'm going to try to hone in on your fantasy and deliver those here for you tonight. Let's check in with the Rad Dude Cast after dark. Let's see if they've got questions. I didn't even ask if anybody had questions. Well, what's there to go on? Oh, first of all, if you're listening to this, you need to turn your lights off. I got my lights off. We're in complete darkness. Now, what do you do in the darkness, man? That really defines who you are. What you do in the darkness. What are the things that, when no one's around, you do? You know? Why are you ashamed to share those things with people? Those are who you are. And those are the things you need to wear as your armor, okay? Those things you do in the darkness. You need to say, that's who I am, Daddy. I'm a man who shines shoes for a man with no legs. That's who I am. I dream of him getting his legs back. And then I'll give him these nice shine shoes as an extra present, you know? Hey, you can walk again. And also you got some shoes. That's my dream. My dream is to one day deliver freshly shined shoes to a man who's had no legs his whole life, and we had no sign that he'd ever get them. How did he lose them? Maybe he was trying to cut some roast beef in a deli slicer. Huh? Maybe that's what he was doing, and what he did was he couldn't get the roast beef through, so he took his shoes off, he took his socks off, he threw them about, and he grabbed onto the two hot poles above this meat slicer and just started pushing the roast beef in with his feet because he's going to be strong. But then the hot water comes on those poles. That burns his hands, so he screams, and he falls into the meat slicer, and it slices his legs right off. And that's how dedicated he is, Sammy. Now, Sammy's so dedicated to making you a sandwich that he used even his own legs and bones to serve the Italian hero that he was making. And people ate it up. And people said, this is your sacrifice, Sammy. And God damn it, we're upset that you're here bleeding on the floor. But this is by far the best sub sandwich I've ever had in my life. So, you know, they picked him up. They sewed him up. They sewed up them little legs. They brought him to the hospital. You know, and the hospital was like, why did you attempt to sew this at home? And people were like, we feel like we need things to do. And then the doctor's ace worked on Sammy's legs, and he pulled through, and he's in a wheelchair. But it's the 40s. We didn't have the technology for new legs yet. I didn't think it happened. We didn't think it would happen. But 50s roll around, we're sending people to the moon. We got pieces of the spaceship. We strap it to Sammy's legs. Now he's got rocket legs. Rocket legs, man. Do you know how fucking cool that is? Well, you're fucking. Hey, I'm here in my house. Nah, man. I'm up in space. Space is the place. You know what I mean? Some people like space. I fear space. I like to be close. I like to be intimate. I like to get up in them guts. Yeah. This is episode 275 of the Rad Dude Cast. You're in full sexual mode right now. Okay, that's where we are. It's no one to restrain me. This is what happens when you don't got B-Man, when you don't got the A-Dog, when you don't got Anthony, Burp and Anthony Clavito, and you don't got Bebop and Bebop Randan. When you don't got those boys, this is what you get. You get a fucking guy trying to talk to you in the darkness about your secrets. That's okay. That's all right, man. We're gonna ride this out. We're in a storm right now. All right, it's an actual storm that's snowing and people have lost power. And then also a sexual storm of thoughts and emotions you never felt before. Think about it. Open yourself up to new things. What do you want? What do you got? What are you looking at? Whoa, hey, I'm here. You're here. Whoa, you look pretty. Hey, I look pretty. You look pretty too. Oh, why do we have to play this coy game? Why don't we just bring our lips together as two passionate beings of fire and anger and passion and plasma? You need plasma? I sell my plasma. I'll sell it. I'll sell it to anybody. But what are we doing? We're rocking in the dark. This is the Dark Cast. This is what I'm going to call it, the Dark Cast, okay? Because the darkness is scary, all right? It'll take your life. But also, it's comforting. You go there when you sleep. There's something about that shit, all right? The darkness can hide foes. It could hide foes, people walking around with knives in their hand, going, I didn't bring this knife to not stab somebody. Walking around, leather jackets, big hats to cover their face, walking around in that darkness. Scary darkness. But also, you dream. You get into those comforters. Put those socks up. Roll up with a honey boo, or a honey-do, whatever you like. Maybe two, maybe both. Maybe you got a woman on your left, a man on your right, a dog on your foot. Everybody's playing the part. Everybody's playing their part, playing it right. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good life. That's why we're here in the darkness. The darkness is crazy as well, if you think about it, because it's not a solid object. It fills the space, but you can't touch it. That's like me, I like to be in the right. I like to be in the space, but you can't touch me. You can't touch me. Only a select few can touch me. 1, Tita, you know about her. 2, friends who are delivering a handshake or hug, or pat on the back for a job well done. All of my clothes. Some of my clothes don't fit anymore, but I allow them to touch me. Maybe I'll get back in them one day. Those are the things that can touch me. A puppy. Any puppy. Any kind of puppy. You get a puppy cooking here. I don't give a fuck if your puppy has got its eyeballs removed and it's got 2 lipsticks in there, and that's how it writes its name on the wall. It puts its head up against the wall and writes its name, Sandoval, into the wall with lipstick. If that's you got your weird fucking dog, you send him my way, I'll pet his ass. I'll pet his whole body. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. When it comes to puppies' bodies, I do not give a fuck. I'll pet the whole thing. I get 2 hands sometimes right in the side, get him cooking in 2 different directions. This dog doesn't know what's happening. He doesn't know what he's going. Are you going with the groove? Are you going against the groove? This is a roller coaster of emotions. And again, that's with this podcast. It's a roller coaster. It's about darkness and roller coasters. Best roller coaster, Space Mountain. Why? Because you're in the darkness. Comforting and also fearing. She wears 2 hats. The darkness. The light. That's a similar fella. You know what I mean? The light helps you see. Oh, now I found my boot. That boot I thought was gone. No, it's there. It's there for you. Pick it up. Put it on. How you see this? Because of the light. Because of the light, Auntie. Because of the light, Auntie. But also the light can be blinding. Blinding. Yeah, that's right. Too much sight. Burn your eyes out. It's kind of like society, you know? You know too much. Now we're fucked. That's what happened. That is why society, in society, drink your tea, suicide. Society, that's what those two words mean. Society's been, we've got too much light shined on us. Too much light. Now look, we see everyone's problems, and we can't take them. Lower the light. Lower the light. Throw away those problems. Accept your friends for what they are, shadows. Let me tell you a little something about the ocean, right? Let me tell you a little something about salt. Let me tell you a little something about water. You take a tablespoon of salt, you put it in some water, you got salt water. But you take a tablespoon of salt, and you put it up in a freshwater lake. Let me tell you something, bub. You still got a freshwater lake. That's what you got to be. You got to be the freshwater lake. All right? With love. With love, my friend. All right? Because then people are going to come around with their salt. And you say, I will take on your salt. I will make it me. And I will help you through this. What salt? Some people's salt is they like to finger people in the mall. You know? We all like that. But we don't all do that. Because what kind of society is that? Society where you're just fingering somebody in the mall? There's too many fingerings. Not enough business. Not enough commerce. That mall's going to shut down. You know, just go to the thing. You tell your mom you're going to the mall. She's going to say no. No. Now, why are you going to try to finger somebody? Or if you're a girl, you're going to try to get fingered. I don't want you there getting fingered. You stay in this house. You want to get fingered, you stay in this house, and you get fingered by your family. That's what we do here. We get fingered by a family. And that's really what we are. It's only been 10 minutes. Man, I just dropped so much knowledge. What else you guys want to talk about? I don't know. I like to think about what's our fishbowl, bro? You know what I mean? We think this, you know, the fish only knows but the bowl. Doesn't know about airplanes. Doesn't know about space. Space is our fishbowl. Man, that's sad. That's sad. That's so sad to me. Cause God, I want to get out. I want to get out and flap. I want to flap around on the kitchen floor, hide from a cat. You know, that's my dream. Get out the fishbowl, flap around, hide from the cat. Whew, yeah. Also, just some shit you gotta know. Think about this, right? This is one of my favorite things, and people don't. I might have mentioned this before, but I don't know that I'm over it. Because it's crazy to me. A fish thinks he can fly. That's crazy. He goes, I go up, I go down, I go left, I go right. This is my life. I always have this. And then on the worst day of his life, he eats a worm. And they pull him out of the water. This is his first time out of the water. This is the first. He goes, oh, it's okay. I'll just go left, go right. Now you can't go left, go right. You don't have the ability to fly anymore. Not only are you eating a crazy worm who's ripping you through space, you also lost your ability to fly. That must be a traumatic day for a fish. And then they cook them. That's like a real weird way to go. BRB, let me take a pause real quick and just mention that in Anthony's room, where I am at, in the complete darkness, I swear to God, I see shadows running around. They're little cats. I think there's cats in this room. I think Anthony left me cats. Some people leave your bed bugs. This motherfucker left a litter of cats swishing around on the blanket in a box. And my comforter, which I let him borrow. Thank God he didn't move out of town with. That motherfucker. I went to his house today. Shit's all white. Guy got a new apartment. The whole thing's white. Every inch of the fucking apartment is white. It looks like you're in an insane asylum or heaven. You know, and that too opposites. That's two opposites. Heaven and an insane asylum. You think you're in heaven? Nope, you're in an insane asylum. You think you're in an insane asylum? Nope, you're in heaven, bro. Heaven to me is a wet pussy. That's right. Well, a lot of things. But that, let's be honest, that was a crass thing to say. It's crass. Vulgar. But the truth is, it's true. Why don't we just accept that? One of the best places to be is vagina. For the ladies out there. One of the best places to be, rocking on a rod. A hot rod. Or maybe you're sticking your finger in your butt. Whatever your heaven is. Let's not deny it. Let's not deny our heaven. One of my heavens is a nice fabric softener. I love when my clothes smell like laundry. That's heaven. But if I tell you that, you don't think it's weird. But if I say heaven is a wet, sloppy pussy, everyone fucking throws their hats up and sets fire to the children. It is what it is, people. We love sex in this society. Sex sells. Why? Because we love it. Right? So, whatever. Enjoy yourselves. You don't want to kill nobody. That's a problem. That's a big problem. If you got a thing in your head going, I got to kill somebody, you got to write that down. Tell somebody. You don't want to be walking around wanting to end other people's lives. Until you think about it, sometimes everybody wants to just, take a rifle to the local, what have you, bank, coffee shop. But the truth is, when you get there, it's a whole other feeling. You don't want that feeling. You don't want to. Because then you start thinking about it. You go like, what was that guy like? I just put for $2,000, I put a couple holes in this guy. He's not breathing. That's a problem. But he had children and a family, or he had friends. And they're going to miss him. See, that my sympathy does not go with the dead man. The dead man doesn't know he's dead. The family, they're the ones who suffer. So the thing is, if you want to kill somebody, you got to kill their whole family, everybody they know, and all their friends, co-workers. That's the only way it's okay to kill somebody. Because you kill them, they don't know they're dead. So who cares? They don't care. The only people who suffer are the people around them. So if you make all of them dead too, it's probably not. That's what you think about. You think about it. To go through all that work, they just don't kill nobody. And then you're like, yeah, look, I'm not going to hurt nobody because I don't want to have to kill everybody on the face of the planet. That's the only way you're going to do it. And the truth is, that's not good. So love your friends. Love your friends because, they got money sometimes and you need money. So, you ask them for a few bucks. What was I going at? I was talking about the bank. You don't want to kill nobody. That's true. You don't want to do that. Babies are fun. If you get a baby, if you just have a baby. But that's sad. I can't have a baby. I could take a baby. Go borrow a baby. But I can't have one. You can't have one, Why do they come out of vaginas anyway? Why don't they just come out of your hips like a gun holster? Whoop, just right out. And they can walk and talk. 18 years before they can walk. That's not before they can walk, unless you're some kind of weirdo. With 2 years before they can really walk? 2 years? You ever watch Blue Planet? Motherfucking snakes come out the egg and they run because, not snakes, lizards. Lizards, they come out as eggs running because they got these snakes on. They had snakes trying to kill them. Imagine you are open your eyes into Earth and you're like, I am. And then all of a sudden, holy shit, 50 snakes. There's no way to live. But those lizards live like that, so we should be lucky. We should count our stars. We should count our cars. Unless you only got one car. You probably remember. But if you got 50 cars, count them up every day. Make sure no one got one. Make sure you don't got some teen trying to, eat some ass in the back of your old sedan. You got to check it. Because that's what teens like to do. Teens don't have a lot of places to have sex. So they start improvising. They start going, well, what can I have sex? Oh, there's a box. Can I have sex in that box? No one will probably say. Maybe bring you out to the park. We can try to have sex behind a tree. No one will know nothing. Hey, guess why you can't trust teens? Because they're looking at you and they're going, I like this guy, but what does he own that I can fucking, and they, not straight shooters. And they're always horny. Ugh, I'm horny, but, I got problems. Every human is crazy. I won't smoke cigars. That's the truth. I won't smoke a cigar because it doesn't seem fun. You get weed. You just get high. You smoke a cigar. What does it do? What does it make you? Think you're cool? Makes you smell. Makes you smell. But, I'd much rather roll up a roast beef in a size of a cigar and chew on that. Oh, God, I just remembered about Sammy. I feel so bad. Sammy lost his legs, man. The whole town. They were so upset. I tell you when they stopped. I'll tell you when it all came together. When Sammy, he had his rocket legs, and he came down to earth, and he was sad. And I popped over. I showed him my new shine shoes. And God damn it, I've never seen a smile so big in his face. Never so big. Never so big. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. You were all wonderful. Good night.